Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we got another seat right here in the NBA, no better insider than Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, great to have you with us.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's great to be here. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Look at Richard Jefferson. He's like a kid in a candy store. He cannot wait to talk to you.
Yes, we love RJ.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Rockets. They're sixth best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings.
And I think for the Rockets, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
And now Washington's starting group. They've got Sarr. Koulibaly is out there with George. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the 2. And for Houston, the post-pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Here's Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Here's Brooks. Smith outside. No good on the 3. Shams, we know former Wizards players have been on the rosters of 8 consecutive NBA championship teams. I mean, that is mind-boggling.
Well, maybe for Wizards fans, it gives them some familiar faces to root for deep in the playoffs. But listen, at the end of the day, the goal is for their team to make noise and for them to be on one of their deep runs in the not-so-distant future.
Let me tell you this. If you got a vertical leap of 40 inches like Green, you're just going to be able to glide to the rim like that.
Pass to Carrington. The shot by George, wide open. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Smith. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game. Şengün inside. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake.
And the comfort level that Şengün has around the basket is as high as it gets in this league.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Poole. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Rockets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Wow, Van Vliet. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Good defense by Poole. So for Washington, their last game a loss to the Magic.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, we'll see how they respond after that weak performance. It should tell us a lot about their character as a team.
Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. Free throw good. Sarr. Wizards making a switch here. Valanciunas has checked in. Second free throw, no good. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed.
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. The teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. Now, here is Smith. Green deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. Over Koulibaly. Green, no luck. Washington leading now by 3. So Shams, when the league brought in that 65 game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA team and different accolades.
Yes, well said. Here's Carrington. Following the basket by Jalen Green. It's good.
Ooh, going to that hole with confidence. Poole converts that contact bucket.
Rockets trail by 3. Smith with a screen on Poole. Smith finds Van Vliet. Now here's Green. Valanciunas grabs the board. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Poole against Van Vliet. Charity stripe shot. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Just another spot Poole can hurt you from, adjusting easily in that mid-range.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Houston with a big group substitution here. Green, he's checked in for Smith. Cam Whitmore comes in for Dillon Brooks. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And Shepard subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Rockets trail by 5. Shepard with the ball. In the corner, it's Whitmore. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw fouls.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Whitmore. 1:07 left in the first quarter. Now here's Kispert. He just could not put it together in that loss to Orlando. It's rebounded by Houston. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
Wizards leading by 3. Down low, got a piece of it. Here's Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Thompson outside. Pass to Shepard from past the arc. It's hauled in by George. Fires the three, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Wizards lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Green is out there with Adams. Then there's Jalen Green. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And Shams, like us, you travel all over the country for the NBAs. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen, I love going to L.A. because you see multiple teams coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making the best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA city?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those 3 cities have kind of stuck out to me. I enjoy it a lot.
Those are the best of the best, Kevin. You're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento one of these days. Let's go to Charlotte.
I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento one day. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped the 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've been coming here.
They love their kings. Now here's Green. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. Baldwin, he's checked in for Washington. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. To the left side wing. Davis, the pass to Bagley. Nice ball movement by Washington. Clock is at 3. Launches a 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Eason. That one goes. Count it. Eason's got his first bucket in this one. Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. And that, certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. Wow. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got two phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we signed up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. The Wizards are trying to stay motivated through their rebuild. Kyle Kuzma says you have to change your approach a little bit. And it's like, what do you do it for? For me, it's about development every single day. Take care of your body, work hard, watch film, be studious, and find beauty in the struggle. Kevin?
And like you said, David, making it work every single day. Great approach. And here is Davis, following the three from Jabari Smith. Pass to Poole. Davis setting the pick for Poole. The tray. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Davis against Smith. Smith drawing the double team. Van Vliet wide open. Off target with his 3. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Poole. Sarr sets the screen for Poole. No good from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And just great to have Shams join us, isn't it, guys? Such a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, no one is more locked in on the league. If there's a move happening, Shams knows about it before the players do.
Now, Poole, following the three-point attempt by Dillon Brooks. Misses from close range.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Van Vliet kicks to Brooks. Pass to Smith. And Smith gets double teamed. Back to Brooks. Now Van Vliet. Brooks outside. Another miss by Houston. And here is Kispert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Dillon Brooks. The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Kispert hits both of them. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Washington out in front, up 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been.
Their work on the glass has been superb tonight. Chasing down every miss there, Ernie. That's their mindset.
Yeah, you can tell it was a focal point of their game plan coming in, and they've made good on that. All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
When I look at the Wizards, they didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games. They gotta wake up, get it together. Good news, still time.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Richard, how do you think the game has changed since you retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
Here's who Brian Keefe is starting the 2nd half with. They've got Jordan Poole. George is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Sarr, and it's Carrington in at the 2 spot.
And can't jump at that if you're the defense because Smith looking to draw the foul every time.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow them.
That free throw missing.
A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
And he sinks the 2nd. RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
Sarr gets the bucket.
Oh, it doesn't get much easier in that pool. Padding those assist numbers.
Rockets trail by 3. Van Vliet finds Smith. Smith sets the pick for Green. And it's Green slamming it down.
That is a dunk contest-worthy move. Green just putting on a show right there.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. Sarr sets the screen for Poole. From the baseline and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for Van Vliet. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year. 8 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
Outside, Green. Into the left.
Have mercy.
Wow. Green has been locked in, really powering this offense.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Pass to Poole. The Wizards working the ball around now. And that one's good, George.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Smith right side. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Lock at 6. Out to Smith. Sinks the triple. Smith's got 7 points.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Jalen Green.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Houston on D. The lead is 2. Pass to Carrington. Poole up top. Brooks covering. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 5.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Van Vliet kicks to Smith, and here is Green. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Green's got the lead, back up to 2 now for Houston. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Wizards have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Sarr. And the layup's good off the glass. Sarr's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Pass to Green. Green draws the double. Back to Van Vliet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Wizards have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Carrington. Banked in off the glass. Carrington's got 5 points in the quarter.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Şengün inside. Defended by George. Şengün with the bucket.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Green, and Green slams it in.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. 1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Carrington. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Carrington's got 9.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Houston with a big group substitution here. Green, he's checked in for Smith. Whitmore comes in for Brooks. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Green. And Shepard subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. 1:27 left in the third. Here's Shepard. Scoreless thus far. Here's Green. Pass to Whitmore. 6 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time. But he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
That one is off. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
Now, here's Kispert. Off target at the rim. Here's Whitmore, defended by Butler. Pass to Thompson. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Şengün against Valanciunas. Fade away. The Rockets with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now Kispert. 7 points in the game. Beyond the arc. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for the Houston Rockets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Green. Thompson is out there with Green. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Landale in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Nice ball movement by Washington. Pass to Kispert. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kispert's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Wizards. From deep, Green. The rebound by Champagnie. Washington leading now by 3. And here is Kispert. He's covered by Thompson. Kispert, no good.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Green. The rebound by Champagnie.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Bagley. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Tari Eason comes in for Jock Landale. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Green. Now here's Green. Puts up a 3. Another miss by Houston. And so it's Baldwin with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Davis. Valanciunas with a screen on Van Vliet. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And how about the awareness from Valanciunas? He read the pick and roll coverage there beautifully.
Eason, a screen on Davis. Pass to Whitmore. Outside, Green. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green.
Timeout.
That is his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Tari Eason. Smith comes in for Whitmore. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Thompson. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch what Brian Keefe told his team during that break. Now he wants this team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. There's the screen. Here's Carrington. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Carrington's got the lead up to 7 now for Washington. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Just strength from the big man Şengün, pushing through the contact.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Wizards?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And also, they are working the opposition from the mid-range, continuing to fire away with confidence from there.
The free throw drops for Şengün.
Looking at the start of Şengün's career, here's a guy who's really stepped up his game, has become a key player for them.
Now, here is George. And a wide open look for Shaw. And it's off from three-point range. Van Vliet against Poole. On the wing, Green. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Now here's Van Vliet. To the paint. Here's Şengün.
And that's an important shot from Şengün. He takes pride in delivering in big spots.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And Poole gets it to go.
Oh, we've seen it before, and we'll continue to see it from Poole. There is no sweat from this man in a big moment like this.
Van Vliet with it. 1:58 left to play here in the 4th. And the wide open shot from Green. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Van Vliet against Poole. Pass to Carrington. Oh, good on the triple. Rockets trail. Now here's Van Vliet. Now here's Şengün. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Washington. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Saw the pass to Poole. Oh, good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Green left side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Smith knows how crucial these moments are, wanting to prove he can hit big shots in the NBA.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both good from the line that time.
A tight game. He is exactly who he wanted at the line.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. For the Rockets, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Smith. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Green. The drive by Poole. Rockets with the rebound. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Screen by Adams. They get a hand on it. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Jabari Smith comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Amen Thompson. .23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Takes it from 10. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, you have to want the ball in big moments, and Jordan Poole absolutely wanted that shot. I just love this young man's mentality.
Van Vliet kicks to Green.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love
being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Green.